Ezra 9:7. Since the day of our fathers have we been in a great trespass unto this day, and for our iniquities have we, our kings, and our priests been delivered into the hands of the kings of the land, to the sword, to captivity, and to a spoil, and to confusion of face, as it is to this day. Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai, Kahaleim La Alahayanawa Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Bakahak Badash. Peace and salutations to apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who were well for teaching in 100% truth and sincerity. Salutations to the hopeful elect, to you I say Shalom. Acts 7:6. And God spake unto this wise, that his seed shall sojourn in a strange land, and that they should bring them into bondage and entreat them evil 400 years. When you go into that word God, capital G, lowercase o, lowercase d, when you go into the Strong's Concordance, that's H 430. That word God is Alahayim, which means rulers, judges, angels. Then you go into the root of the word, Strong's H 410, Allah. That means power. So I'm going to read that verse again. Acts 7:6. And power spake on this wise, that his seed shall sojourn in a strange land, and that they should bring them into bondage and entreat them evil 400 years. We were given a covenant. We were given rules, the laws, statutes, and commandments that were given to us from Yahweh to Moses, that was given to us when we exited out of Egypt, that first captivity. And what did we do? Immediately we broke that covenant. We broke those laws, we broke those statutes, and we broke those commandments by worshiping other gods, creating other gods. Just going off, not abiding in the rules that were given to us, committing adultery to the Lord, spiritual adultery, by worshiping idols, creating idolatries, worshiping wood and stone. So from that point, we were placed in several captivities: Babylon captivity, Assyrian captivity, Greek captivity, Roman captivity. Now we in the second leg of the Roman Empire, which is America. This is our last captivity before the return of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And you still see 2/3 of our people worshiping false gods, idols, idolatries, following behind these other nations. We were scattered amongst all the nations. And we picked up their heathen worship and their heathen practices. We were stripped of our culture, our inheritance, our language, to the point where we don't know who we are at this very moment. Many of us don't know who we are. The 2/3 don't know who they are. Some do, but they still go off by worshiping Esau's wicked God. I kind of refuse to say the name, but I'll say it for this lesson: Jesus Christ. When you talk about the Messiah, that's Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. So when you say that JC, or you should be saying Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Christ, which means anointed. Hamashiach means anointed. Yahweh Shai, the only begotten Son of Yahweh. Tobit 13:3 and 5 in the GNT, the Good News Translation. People of Israel, give thanks among the nations, where he sent you into exile. Though he punished you for your wickedness, he will be merciful and bring you home from among the nations where he scattered you. That goes into what I was just saying. Because of our wickedness, man, he scattered us amongst all nations. So we're gonna be out here looking like Moabites, Hamites, Ammonites. We're gonna look like, some of us are gonna look like Esau, because we were scattered amongst all them nations. We're gonna look like Elam. We're gonna look like Ishmael. We're gonna look like all these nations. But through the Spirit, you could kind of tell who's from the house of Jacob, who has that Jake spirit in him, who has that what they call swag. We're talented beyond belief, but because we're stuck in a stagnated mind state of worshiping all these phony, fake gods, and haven't come back to the true and living power, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, we are being dealt with dirty in these places. We looked at as the bottom of the barrel. The first shall be last, the last shall be first. When Yahweh Shai comes back to redeem us, he's our mediator. When he comes back to redeem us, we're going to be placed back on top. We're going to rule over these other nations. He that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword shall be killed by the sword. So all these nations that had a hand in suppressing us, mistreating us, they're gonna get dealt with in the same manner. Acts 7:7. And the nation to whom they shall be in bondage, I will judge, said power. And after that shall they come forth and serve me in this place. When Yahweh Shai comes in those ships and redeem his elect and the remnant, 1/3 of Israel, they're going to rule. They're going to rule over all these other nations. They're going to be changed. The law, statute, and commandments will be placed in their minds so they won't go off no more. And they're going to teach the other nations how to abide in those laws, statutes, and commandments. And they're going to do so. They're going to do it with glee. Because when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. When the wicked is in control, the people mourn. So right now we all mourning out here because we are being dealt with dirty. Esau, the wicked elites of the world, top banking families, starting with the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys. They ruled over us with an iron fist, with an iron fist, with an iron rod. They give us no chance to breathe. They tax us heavy and work us even heavier. But when Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai returns, all that's going to reverse. And you're starting to see those curses reverse now. The lower level Edomites, they feeling the pain. They feeling the burn that we feel. They're going through the same suffering we're going through. The wicked elite don't care about anybody but themselves. All the taxes that we pay out here, that goes right into their pockets. That fund their dinners, their cars, their mansions. That funds their high-priced vacations. This is a wicked place, man. And I can't wait till the return of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to destroy this place. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakak Radash Kwam Yasharallah Abad Babal.